I am Sylvan La Cross. I am a professional rodeo cowboy as well as a rodeo coach for the University of Providence up here in Great Falls, Montana. Been rodeoing professionally for about 14 years now. Started out on my PRCA permit and in the bareback riding, and have always wanted to fight bulls since I was a little kid. Always had the desire, and through high school and college rode bulls and bareback horses and was starting to really get after fighting bulls a lot more. So I decided that, bareback riding was more fun. I wasn't getting as beat up as I was riding bulls, let alone fighting bulls. I was coming out a lot cleaner. So I focused on riding bareback horses for quite a few years, and then that turned into making a phone call one day and deciding that I better get after my dream to fight bulls when I was 26, and decided we better get after it. Made a phone call, and then God just kind of lined everything up from there, and it started going that this is now my full-time career is fighting bulls. And then I just picked up the rodeo coaching job here at UP as an assistant coach 3 years ago, and then am now the head coach here for the rodeo team. Rodeo to me is family. It's living, it's a way of life, and it's something that I hold very near and dear to my heart. It's given me a lot of connections in my life and the ability to do many great things that I've been able to do, and along with that be able to pass on to other people on the platform using rodeo. So it's just, rodeo to me is life in a sense, that I've been given the talents to be able to go and do that, and I can't be more grateful for it. I guess what made me get into this specific area of rodeo was the desire as a little kid. I remember growing up in Baker, would get to go behind the buck and shoots with Gary Singer, who was fighting bulls at that time, and get kind of painted up and watch him. And that just kind of started the fire of rodeo. My parents rode horses, roped, and then as time went on, I rode some steers at Cody Night Rodeo. Always had that desire for rodeo. Didn't grow up on a ranch, but always wanted to. Met Deb Greeno when we moved to Red Lodge, and got to go to his bareback riding school just to watch and hang out with him. Then my junior year, finally made enough money to buy my own rodeo equipment, and went to his school and started going from there. Went to Scott Bredding's bull riding school, and then in turn got to go and fight that 1 year for him as well. So it's been something near and dear to my heart, and it's a God-given talent that I've been able to do this with the many opportunities that he's given me. Make sure I'm set up, but mainly is pray. I always pray before I get in there, just giving thanks to God for the opportunity to get in the arena to do that, and the talents he's given me, and not just for safety and protection, but thankful for the chance to do that. As I've excelled through my career, I've found it more of a calm to me to be able to get in that arena to fight bulls than it was getting on a bareback horse. And that's kind of when I knew this is where I was supposed to be, because I'd have to get more pumped up, more amped up to get on a bareback horse than stepping in the pen with a bunch of mean bulls taking a hooking. It's just something I don't even think about. I walk in there in street clothes even if I have to, and get in there with those guys and do what I need to, because I know God's with me and he's given me the talent and the ability to do that. Well, now there's plenty of good schools out there. Not that there weren't a bunch of quality bullfighters before, but there's more numbers, and the opportunities for schools and clinics to learn how to fight bulls are a lot more available these days. So I just urge kids to really get in there. I kind of learned through the school of hard knocks lot of watching film, a lot of watching other guys do it, and then got in the arena, really cutting teeth at Cody Night Rodeo with Matt Tarr and Dusty Tuckness back when we were all a lot younger in 2005, 2006, getting in with those guys, and just kind of learned hands-on that way. Anymore, I'd suggest going and going to a good school to learn the basics, and you might get a little more jump start on everything from there. Hardest bull I ever faced is really hard to say, and you kind of have to treat them all as the same. I've had some where most of the time they won the battles, but you always knew there's going to be a time where you'd get them figured out a little bit more, and it's a really rewarding feeling when you overtake that bull in a sense that they didn't get a hold of you that time, because you know he's going to do the same thing. He's going to throw the guy in the same spot, and when you can finally get around him, you feel like a champion. So you really just have to go in there and mentally clear your mind, because you have to run on a little bit of fear, but if you let that fear overtake you and not motivate you, you're going to get yourself in a lot more of a bind. Fighting bulls is a lot more reactive than thinking, and in that sense, if you're thinking about that bull taking you, really not a good deal for you. I see the sport growing in a sense as far as fan base. Now with the Cowboy Channel coming on, with the PRCA, the PBR is doing amazing things with Ride Pass, and everything's growing there. But myself as a rodeo coach and in the recruiting side of things are starting to notice the numbers of high school and younger age kids getting into this is dwindling. I remember when I was in high school where the bull riding, there was 30 some of us in it, and now there's about 10 or 12 in the state of Montana that are going, and it's a little scary. The bareback riding's the same way, and across the board, it used to take an all-day deal to run a high school rodeo, and now you can get them done in about 3 or 4 hours, which is just unheard of, from what it used to be. And you talk to other people, and they used to have slacks in rough stock events that is not anymore. I'd like to see it continue to grow, and that's why myself, I've put together the Bronx Bulls and Bibles camp that's in Miles City. It'll be the 4th year that we've had it annually, and it's a free rough stock camp for anybody and everybody to get in to learn or hone on the skills of rodeo. And rodeo is expensive to get into, and that's why I wanted to offer this camp free to anybody that wants in to come and learn. I've got about 4 or 5 instructors per event. Many of them have been to the NFR or the top guys in the circuits, along with great bullfighters and pickup men to take care of them, and the contractors. We all kind of donate our time to get this going, and that's what really makes it happen. Food's paid for, everything that way, and a great host hotel takes care of us, and it gives kids the opportunity to come get that. We annually take on about 60 kids. We can't take any more because we run out of time during the day, but it's a great time for us to get out there, give back to the sport, and hope that we can get more kids interested in rodeo and further their careers, learning the correct way without getting beat up and busted up before they really get going. Rodeo is fun in itself. There's too many to really talk about in a short amount of time, but I owe a lot to rodeo. Great friendships, great memories, great family that has become through rodeo ever since I was growing up, and just it's allowed you to reach out to more people. Now with social media and getting to the platform I can reach out to more people, and it's great to see that camaraderie and the support that you get from everyone. To do that, I've been blessed with the opportunity to share my faith, share my way of life, and hopefully be a light to those around me that go out there. And with that, kind of as a segue, you can see here is my personal logo on mugs as well as caps, and I've got some t-shirts too, but I'm selling that merchandise as a way to give back to the sport of rodeo, and created a Christian Rodeo Athlete Scholarship that'll take effect this fall for one lucky individual through the sales of the merchandise. So it's benefiting me to get my name and logo out there in a sense, but it's really giving back to give a kid an opportunity to go to school and pursue their dreams of a college education, whether it's in a trade or in an actual 4-year degree, to give those kids an opportunity to do that. So it's fun to be able to grow, to learn, and then to give back to the sport that's given me so much. without it, I couldn't be where I'm at today, that's for sure. Thank you for having me on here. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any other questions, you can follow me on Facebook at Sylvan La Cross, or Sylvan La Cross Professional Bullfighter is my athlete page. On Instagram, it's just Sylvan La Cross. Check it out there. We're sharing all kinds of funny stuff, some motivational quotes, and stuff to get out there just to bring some light to everybody's day and hopefully push you to be better yourselves, because we all need a little bit of assistance doing that. And what better way to reach out to everybody on a larger platform like that. So thanks again for the opportunity. Appreciate visiting with you. And you guys have any questions, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram and we'll get back to you.